Okay, here we go. So, the content of today's session, Introduction to Genetics and Heredity. Sino si Gregor Mendel? Ano yung mga terminology? What are monohybrid crosses? Patterns of inheritance and dihybrid crosses. So, asa na diri ang topic ang na-discuss na ninyo?
Na-discuss na mo ang hangtod sa itong test cross o sa unahan pa po.
Hinay ba ako audio? Or ang imong audio mahinay?
Ang apat siguro, sir.
Ano ko nimo? Can you hear me now? Clear? Ha? So medyo ang audio yata ni manghinay. Okay. Sige. Okay, so and lastly, test cross. And then, of course, the Mendelian genetics na incomplete dominance. So, introduction to genetics. So, what is genetics? So, isa siyang branch ng biology that deals with heredity and variation of organisms. And then, I know you're familiar with chromosomes, so review lang natin. So, chromosomes carry the hereditary information, the genes. So, yung genes, yun yung segment of the DNA, di ba? Now, where the character traits are found. And then, they're usually arranged in nucleotides of the DNA. So, meron siyang, actually, meron siya DNA, RNA, then we have the proteins. Okay. So, you're familiar naman siguro sa cellular, cell biology, di ba? Okay. Sige. So, how many, balik lang kita ha. Pila ang chromosomes sa humans? So there are different numbers of chromosomes per organisms.
46.
46 chromosomes or 23 pairs. Okay, so chromosomes and genes occur in pairs. So ang tawag ana homologous chromosomes kasi ang chromosomes they're always in pair. So one pair is from the one chromosome is from the parent, father, and the other one is from the mother. So together, ang tawag sa kanila, homologous chromosomes. So new combinations of genes occur in sexual reproduction. Kasi di ba mayroon ang chromosomes, there are 23 pairs. So ang first, ang gikan sa 1 to 22, usa tawag yun ng chromosomes?
Kalimutan ko.
So, gikan sa 1, di ba there are 23 pairs ng chromosomes? So, gikan sa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 22, ang tawag na autosomes. A-U-T-O-S-O-M-E-S. Autosomes or body cells. Then, katong ika-23rd, muna siya ang sex cells. So the 23rd chromosome is what determines your sex, di ba? Either you are female or you are a male. So, pag XX, sa tawagan na? What's female? So, pag XY, male. So, ito yun. So, homologous chromosomes. So, kita niyo sa picture, di ba? Homologous chromosomes contain DNA that codes of the same genes. In this example, both chromosomes have all the same genes in the same location. So represented with colored strips. So but different versions. So pag tinatawag kasi natin alleles, different versions of chromosomes. So for example, we have here the chromosome. Can you see my cursor? Arrow? Kita niyo mga arrow ko? Hindi mo makita. Sige, later na natin Okay. So, kanang duha ka kanang strip sa taas gani na blue. Kita nimo sa chromosomes. So, ang tawag na homologous regions code for the same gene. So, ibig sabihin another term for na is locus or location ng same traits. Pero different sila ng variation. Diba? Kasi ito, this is another chromosome. So it's another chromosome. So kanang duha ka kuan sa ubos, sister chromatids. So they are exact replicates ng homologous chromosomes. So later you will know kining mga values na nakita nimo sa baba, kining nagpare na ang tawag ini mga karyotypes. Dili makita kung ano no saan. Saan ako ni siya pagpaano ang arrow may remote control. Sige, later para dapat may highlighter ako, no? So let's welcome to Gregor Mendel. Sino si Gregor Mendel? So Gregor Johann Mendel. So isa siyang monk or mongha, no? Na taga Czech Republic. Tapos nag-study siya ng mga pea. So ang parents niya ay isang farmer. Pero nag-study siya ng theology sa Order St. Augustine. So naano siya ng pagkapari. And then he went to the University of Vienna where he studied botany and learned the scientific method. And then he worked pure lines of peace for 8 years. Some books said na 7 years, others said 8 years. So imagine pila ka years siya nag-study ng mga ng pea plants. So di lang siya yung na-experiment lang siya for pila ka months but 8 years. So that's quite a long time, di ba, na mag-study siya. So unsa may nag-studyhan niya? So nag-study siya ng mga blending processes and offspring were essentially a dilution of different parental characteristics. So ang subject niya ay mga pea plants. So kailan masuk ka ng pea plants, no? Kakuha ka ng green peas. Alam na sa mga junk foods, ganit siya, na green ang color ng mga seeds. So, yan siya. So, Mendel looked at 7 traits or characteristics of the pea plants. So, ito yung mga characteristics na nakita niya. So, round seed, wrinkled seed, yellow seed, green seed. Tapos, ang pods po niya na ay kanang green or yellow, unripe pods. Tapos ang color ng flower, purple or white petals. Tapos yung pods niya either inflated or pinched. Tapos yung flowers either axial or terminal. Then yung stem either long or short. So muna ang mga characteristics na explore niya for 7 years. Imagine 7 years na siya gi-explore niya. Okay. So ang iyang mga na-discover niya, iyan ang gisulat sa libro nga Experiments in Plants Hybridization, in which he established his 3 principles of inheritance. So he tried to repeat his work in another plant, but didn't work because the plant reproduced asexually. So you say asexually without involving sex, no? Pero sa sa pea plants, of course, ang explore niya mga pollens, iba pollens ng pea plants. Gi-explore, gi-experiment tuhan niya. Okay. So Mendel was the first biologist to use mathematics to explain his results quantitatively. And then he also predicted the concepts of genes. Pero before, ang tawag niya is factor, di ba? May factor, but it was later on called genes. And these genes always occur in pairs. That one gene of each pair is present in the gametes. Okay. So these are the terms that you should know. They are familiar terms na dapat may background ka. So when you say gene, it's a unit of heredity. So kumbaga, kung may tag-building, mag-construct kita ng bahay, ang imong bahay nimo made of, let's say, wood. So ang imong unit sa imong bahay made of wood. So kung ang bahay nimo made of, let's say, concrete, so ang unit niya concrete. So ang organism po, ang unit ng organism is itawag ng modern biologist na gene. So the unit of heredity is a gene. So as a section of DNA sequence including a single protein. So for example here, so this is the chromosome. Kita niyo ako arrow? Dili. Can you see my arrow? Ha? Okay. So if this is a chromosome, i-uncoiled mo ang chromosome. So may mga segment. So a particular segment of the chromosome, gene, no? Particular segment of the DNA. So, halimbawa mo ng thread. So, a particular thread of the DNA, kana siya na specific na section. This is what we call a gene. So, kini siya nga gene na siya specific na trait. So, for example, this specific na gene is for, let's say, the color of the pods or color of the flowers. So, mura gina ang ihang i-express niya. So, mura na siya ang trait na ihang i-express. But there are many segments of the DNA for different specific traits. So, kada traits, lahi ang ihang gene marker, tawag. Gene marker. So, when you say genome, the entire set of genes in our organism. Kung kayo imagine, pila ang genome sa tibuok tao or sa organism. So, di mo maihap. So, i-combine mo ang tanan letters of all libraries in the world, inanakadaghan ang anong kuha na to, ang ato nucleotides. Tapos, ang genome nato is siguro combine ang tanan mga libraries sa tibuok kalibutan. So, inanakadaghan. So, we cannot actually measure genome. Pero may genome project na nakompleto na siya in 2000, if I'm not mistaken, 2002, nakompleto siya. Kumbaga, parang canvas siya, canvas of the human genome, na tanan part sa lawas, ano na siya, murag mapa ba? Gi-map ang atong genome. So, when we talk about genome, entire siya, so mas daghan siya. Compose siya ng mga different sets of genes of any organism. So, kung mag-doctor ka, puhon, kabalo dapat ka sa genome ng imo pasyente. So, for example, cancer. So, taraw nimo ang genome ng cancer. So, dito nimo mahibalaan kung unsa ang let's say, mga different defects, abnormalities sa ihang genes. Okay. Then we have alleles. Okay, alleles, common ang alleles, no? So, when you say alleles, two genes that occupy the same position on homologous chromosomes that cover the same trait. So, kanina, di ba kapansin ka sa chromosome kanina? So, example ini, di ba na ay, patuloy ibalik ha? Okay, balik na to. Okay. Ito siya. So, here. So muna siyang allele. Ang allele is always, wait. Okay. Yan. So, allele is always in pair. So, kini siyang allele. Tapos, kining location in kining blue nga strip here, that's what we call the loci or the locus. Na specific region siya na may specific na characteristics or traits. So, and then it's always in pair, di ba? So, this is another allele. This is a chromosome, another chromosome. So, together, they will form allele. So, when we say allele, version siya ng genes, no? Two versions of a gene. Yan. Yan. Two genes that occupy the same position of homologous chromosomes that cover the same traits. So like flavors of a trait. So another term for it ng alleles, parang version siya ng genes. Or alternative. Pwede po siya, tinatawag po siya na alternative forms ng genes. Pero ano sila? The same sila na region. The same sila na region, but it could be flavor. So, pwede siyang sa mother, pwede siya sa father. So, for example, katong ganina nga may naglinya ganyan strip. So, for example, ato to siya i-assume nga that is the hair, let's say, type of hair. So, for example, so allele siya for the type of hair. So, di ba may sa parent to, may sa father at sa mother, nag-anak sila. So, for example, nas na-express kibal ang sa mother, let's say ang sa mother is curly hair, ang sa father is straight hair. So ang ni-manifest bali sa tao, sa anak niya, is ang curly hair. So ibig sabihin, mas dominant ang allele sa mother. So flavor siya, either flavor siya sa duha ka parent. Okay, later on may balato na siya. Okay, locus. So mutong yung kanina locus is a fixed position on a strand of DNA where a gene or one of its alleles is located. Itong ganito itong strip, specific na location. So when you say locus, it's a fixed location ng alleles na may characteristics or may kagalingong traits. Okay, so homozygous tayo. Okay, so when you say homozygous, having identical genes, one from each parent for a particular characteristic. So, di ba you remember na nakita 23 pairs of chromosomes. So, ang first pair gikan sa mother, ang second pair gikan sa father. So, when you say homologous, identical genes from each parent, identical siya for a particular characteristic. So, when you say heterozygous, from the word hetero, different genes for a particular characteristic. Pag homozygous, same. Homo means the same. Pag heterozygous, different. So, muna timanan mo ang mga prefixes niya. So, dominant. Okay. So, the allele of a gene that must or suppresses the expression of an alternate allele. So, ang tawag na dominant allele. So, when you say dominant allele, di ba nag-mention ko kanina na kung ang mother is curly hair, ang father straight hair, tapos ang anak curly hair, so ibig sabihin, mas na-express ang curly hair kaysa straight hair. So, curly hair is dominant over straight hair. So, ang dominant allele, siya ang na-express, na manifest. Okay. So, ang opposite ng dominant is, what do you think?
Recessive.
Oh, recessive. Pero sa heterozygous condition, so for example, di ba kanina, dominant, ang homologous, usually dominant sila, di ba? Pag heterozygous,
Dominant and recessive.
ma-manifest Japon ang dominant, di ba, ng heterozygous, no? Kaysa recessive. So for example, one is recessive, one is dominant. One is recessive and one is dominant. So, automatic sila heterozygous. So, express niya ang katong sa dominant na let's say characteristics. Okay, so recessive is the opposite of the dominant. So, an allele that is masked by a dominant allele does not appear in the heterozygous condition, so only in homozygous. Okay, tama. So, homozygous lang. So, ang homozygous, pwede siyang dominant, pwede siyang recessive. Diba? Pero pag heterozygous, always siya dominant. Okay. So, genotype naman tayo. So, when you say genotype, the genetic makeup of an organism. Okay, so, either, katong sa alleles, na-express sa alleles, no? So, pag phenotype, yung the physical appearance, so kung round, shapes, color, tapos ang size, so muna ang phenotype, the physical appearance. Genotype plus the environment, usually muna ang phenotype. So, what is monohybrid? Na-discuss na ba sa inyo ang monohybrid?
Oo.
Pag monohybrid, it refers to one pair of genes or trait. So, for example, red crosses with white. So, ano lang siya? Color lang siya. So, what if, pag more din na siya ng traits, so, dili na siya monohybrid, no? So, pag single trait lang siya, monohybrid ang tawag. So, for example, parental generation. Okay. So, when you say P, that's parental generation. So, kumbaga mother at saka father. Then, ang first generation nila, ang first nilang anak, ang tawag is first filial generation or F1. Offspring from a genetic cross. Then, ang second generation, second anak nila sa F1, ang tawag na F2. No? Second filial generation of genetic cross. So, for example here, muna yung mga characteristics na gistudyhan ni Mendel. So, ano yung mga characteristics sa mga straight? So, anong difference ng Anong difference ng trait at saka characteristics?
Ang characteristic is murag kining genotype, tapos ang trait is wait. Ang characteristic is phenotype, tapos ang trait murag genotype. Yeah.
So ang characteristics ay genotype, phenotype.
Phenotype.
So when you say characteristics, more on ano siya, specific. So for example, kung matag stem length, so either tall siya or dwarf. So, di ba mas specific siya? So tall and then dwarf. Okay. So when you say pod shape as the trait, so ang kanyang characteristics na ina-explore ni Mendel, either inflated or constricted. Then for the seed shape, smooth or wrinkled. Sometimes, ang uban na books, ni-refer to round, di ba? Round or wrinkled. Pero pwede po siya smooth. Pero pag smooth, di ba dili man na siya shape? Shape ba ang smooth?
Texture.
Texture, di ba? So, dapat ko ano siya, dili siya smooth, dili round. So, seed color, you have yellow, then green. Then, flower position, lateral, and terminal. And then, flower color, purple and white. Then, pod color, green and yellow. So, 7 characteristics na nastudihan niya for 8 years. So, grabe no. Okay. Can you explain to me giun sa pag-experiment ni Mendel?
Sa parent na generation katong duha ka
Giun sa experiment sa pea plant.
Ikuha niya ang pollen, I think, tapos with a brush, i-transfer niya sa isa ka plant. Tapos,
so, asa man na what is the female part of the flower?
Itong carpel. Carpel.
Stamen or pistil?
Ang nasa ko book sir kay carpel.
Carpel sa imo. Okay. So, tanaw na po din sa I'll check here sa Google. Parts of sa tawag ini siya kanang parts of pea plant. So, he was using a brush. Nagamit siya ng brush. So, ang stigma receives the pollen. And then, ang female sa imo ha?
Ang nakabutang diri is remove stamens from purple flower, tapos transferred sperm-bearing pollen from stamens of flower.
Stamen is the male, right?
Male.
Oh, from the word men. So, imo na lang imagine stamen, men. So, ang katong stamen, mo to siya ang niya, no? I-brush niya dito sa stigma. Tapos, pasulod siya dito sa ovary, the female reproductive parts ng okay. Ang anther, mo dito nimo makita ang pollen, di ba? Tama? Anther creates pollens, the male reproductive cells. Naribi mo?
Di nagtanong ko.
Sige, review mo muna ang parts ng ano. Female. Kasi that's very important na you identify the reproductive parts ng pea plants. Okay, so the whole stamen is the female. 'Di ba? Tapos yung anther, ang anther siya ang nag-create ng mga pollens. So kato mga pollens, amo to gi-collect ni Mendel using a brush, gibutang niya nga to sa stigma or style. 'Di ba? Sa stigma, and then pahulog din siya dito sa ano until na-fertilize niya ang kita niyo man siya. Can you see it? Yan. Klaro man siguro. Okay. So yung orange na color mo na siya ang mga pollens. Actually, part na siya sa stamen, di ba? Okay. Tapos yung sa taas, stigma, mo na siya ang dito niya gi-brush hantod na fertilize si pollen. So i-review mo na lang na siya, simple review. Okay, proceed tayo. Okay. So let's proceed to the monohybrids. Okay. So parents differ by single trait. So of course, ang male-female different sila ng traits. Okay, crossing two pea plants that differ in stem size, one tall, one short, so ang tawag na monohybrid cross. Kasi one or single trait siya. So T allele for tall. So for example, usually we will denote the capital T as the what? The dominant, di ba? Oo. And then the T for the dwarfs, for example. Capital T for tall and T for the dwarf. So the tall is the dominant, T is the recessive. Okay. So pag dalawang capital T, so we call that homozygous tall plant. Kung duha ka small t, homozygous dwarf plant. Pero pwede ba natin sa tawagon na dominant tall plant?
Murag, pwede man same lang man sa pagkuan.
How about tawagon siya sa ubos na homozygous, it's a recessive dwarf plant.
Homozygous. If recessive, homozygous yes. If recessive, homozygous, yeah.
Oo. Yan. So that's how you write it. Sa monohybrid cross. Yan. So what if we cross a homozygous tall plant, cross it over with a homozygous dwarf plant? Unsa ang iya mga possible na offspring? So let's see. So you have the stem length. So you have parental through breeding homozygous plant. Then we have the F1 generation. So we have the homozygous tall parent, say homozygous tall, and then the homozygous dwarf. So crossing over, okay. So we have all the offsprings are tall plants, but not homozygous anymore. And they are 100% are heterozygous. That's for the F1 or first filial generation. And then let's introduce the Punnett square. So I know you're familiar. So ato dala may i-review. So it's a useful, actually, sino nag-discover or nag-develop ng Punnett square?
si Reginald Panet.
O, si Reginald, no? Reginald Crondall Panet. So, isa siyang, ano siya? Siya nag-invent para ma-predict ang genetic outcomes of crosses between parents carrying specific traits. Okay. So, for monohybrids, you need a square divided by the 4. Then, it looks like this one. Na parang window siya, window pane. Okay. So, to predict genotypes and the phenotypes of the offspring. So, meron siyang steps. So, determine the genotypes of the parent organisms. Then, write down your cross or mating. Then, draw a p-square. So, parent genotypes. So, for example, we have the homozygous tall and the homozygous dwarf parent. So, you cross it over. So, magiging, ano na siya? Okay. Yan. So, lahat, 100% ay heterozygous tall. So, yan, the genotype is 100%. How about the phenotypes? Ganun din, 100% tall plants. Pero, gi-apply ba niyo ang ratio ng genotypes?
Oo.
So what's the ratio of the genotypes?
1.
Ha?
One.
1, okay. How about sa phenotypes?
1.
Okay. So let's proceed sa monohybrid cross sa second generation. So for example, if you let the F1 generation self-fertilize, the next monohybrid cross would be, so kanina, ang gibuhat ibalin ni Mendel is, wala niya gi-self-fertilize, no? Kung gituyo gid niya nga dwarf, tapos, tall. Pero ngayon, ang second generation is gi-self-fertilize niya. So, ibig sabihin, wala na niya gi-brush ang katong pollen sa, sa stigma. So, the next monohybrid cross would be, so what do you think? What do you think are the outcome?
1 homozygous dominant, 1 homozygous recessive, and 2 heterozygous dominant.
Okay, so let's see. Ayan, so isang homozygous, dalawang heterozygous tall, at saka isang recessive, no? Homozygous dwarf. Okay. So ang genotypes ratio niya, so 1 tall, dalawang tall na heterozygous, at isang homozygous dwarf. At din ang ratio niya is 1:2:1. Pero usually, di ba percentage siya, no? Ang pangayon ang sila. So, ang tall, ang homozygous talls, that's pinaka-percent. 1/4, that's 25%.
25.
And then, yung heterozygous tall, 50%. Ang homozygous dwarf,
25%.
25%. So, total overhead percent na. So, how about the phenotype?
3 is ratio.
Okay.
3 dominant.
Tall, kasi di ba automatic na nimo ang homozygous, tall, at saka heterozygous tall. So, that's 1 and 2. 3 tall, and then isa ka dwarf. So, ang phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Okay. So, secret daw na So, key to the Punnett square, determine the gametes of its parent. How? By splitting the genotypes of its parent. So if this is your cross, So yun lang. Split niya into 2. So actually, unsa na siya na principle ni Mendel. So you put there the tall, homozygous tall, and the homozygous dwarf. And then ang intersection nila, that's how easy it is. Yun ang pinaka-shortcut. So if either parent is homozygous, ayan, 1% heterozygous. So I think di ko na siya na-explain kaya very, very easy. Here, ganun din sa, Punnett square, shortcut. Yan. Okay, same for the heterozygous with homozygous. Pag ito na, ano yung mga outcomes? So if you have heterozygous tall and recessive, homozygous dwarf. So put here ang split nimo ang alleles, then sulat nimo ang isa ka parent. Yan. Pero this is a shortcut, no? Okay, so dito tayo sa sa flower color. So sa flower color ng ng pea plant, kinsa ang dominant?
Si purple.
Purple or white?
Purple.
Oh. Okay, so purple ang dominant. Over white. Okay, and then white is always the recessive. So if you cross homozygous purple with a homozygous white, so ano magiging outcome?
Heterozygous dominant.
So same gyapon kanina, di ba? So all are purple but heterozygous. So you have the Punnett square. So medyo ini siya pang elementary. So you have all are purple, 3 are purple and 1 is white. So ang imong genotypes nimo is one homozygous, ano mo kasi? Dalawang heterozygous purple, isang homozygous purple, and isang white. That's your genotypes. So ang ratio niya is 1:2:1. For the phenotypes, 3 purple, 1 white. So you have 3:1. So, yan kanina, di ba? I was mentioned earlier na mag-split sila. So, ang tawag na principle of the dominance. So, one allele masked the other. One allele was dominant over the other in the F1 generation. Sinihina ang signal. Nadawag ko ni mo?
Nag-robot voice katong previous.
Ayun na ka na, di na ako madungog ha. Kahit tungod sa bagyo. Okay. So ang first principle, ang tawag is principle of dominance. So sa first generation, one is masked, one is expressed, di ba? So muna siya. Kumbaga, ang isa matabunan, ang isa ma-expressed. So that's a principle of dominance. Ang principle of segregation, it says that when gametes are formed, the pairs of hereditary factors genes become separated so that each sex cell receives only one kind of gene. So therefore, ang pair ng, di ba parent, for example, let's say pure purple color, and yung isa is pure white color. So, may split siya, may split siya. So, ang dominant na white, dominant na purple will receive also 50% of the recessive white colors. Kumbaga, mag-segregate sila. Yan, it's the principle of segregation. When gametes are formed, the pairs of hereditary factors become separated. So therefore, lahat ng mga anak, whether humans man na siya or animals, always receive 50% from their parents. Kasi di ba nag-segregate sila during the gametes formation. So yung gametes formation, yung mga sex cells, di ba? Automatic sila mag-ano, or sperm, called as egg or sperm cells. So she received one of a kind, so from parent or from both parents, so mother and father. Okay. So for the human case, so how are we going to apply this? So Mendel's principles of heredity apply universally to all organisms. And so cystic fibrosis, a lethal genetic disease affecting Caucasians. So dili mo mga Caucasians ay mga Asians man kita, di ba? So mga Caucasians, meron silang mutation carried by 1 in 20 people of European descent. So, sakit ini siya sa ilahang sa blood. Yan. So, 1 in 400 Caucasian couples will both carriers of the cystic fibrosis. 1 in 4 children will have it. So, muna ang sa Caucasians. And then, the cystic fibrosis disease affects transport in tissues. Mucus is accumulated in lungs, causing infections. Thanks God, na di kita Caucasians. Kasi kung Caucasians kita, most likely, naakit tayo cystic fibrosis. You know, pang lungs na kaluoy sa bata. So, if two parents carry the recessive gene of cystic fibrosis, that is, they are heterozygous, so for example, CC, 1 in 4 of their children is expected to be homozygous for the CF and have the disease. So for example here, we have the CC, the homozygous CC, that's the normal, and the heterozygous, the carrier, pero wala siya symptoms. So ang mga offspring niya has the cystic fibrosis. So for example, ito. So both parents are, let's say, carry the recessive genes, no? So using the Punnett square, o di ba? Tingnan mo. So pila ka percent, pila ka buok ang anak ang naay cystic fibrosis?
Isa.
Pila ka percent? So for example, both parents are carrier. Pila ka percent ang what is the probability that you have as a child has the cystic fibrosis?
1/4.
25%, di ba? So that's your chance of getting the disease. So probability, so yan. So of course, 1 in 4 probability of getting the disease. It's just an expectation. And in reality daw, any two carriers may have normal children. So posible doon na meron silang normal children. Kasi ano lang daw siya, expectation or expected na output. Pwedeng wala, pwedeng na. However, the greatest probability is for 1 in 4 children will be affected, or 25%. So important factors when prospective parents are concerned about their chances of having affected children. So 1 in 29 Americans is a systemless carrier of the gene. So mapagitawag na Gaucher disease. So ano siya, genetic disease din siya. Causes lipid storage disorder. Lipids accumulate in the spleen, liver, bone marrow. Yan. Tapos, ang affected, common siya sa mga Jewish people of Eastern European ancestry. So, 1 in 500 incidents. So, 1 in 100,000. So, yan. Carrier, do ka parents, sa ilang mga anak nila, muna siya ang chance na magka-carry sila ng disease. Ang sa Gaucher pod, disease the same. Okay, so dito na tayo so we're done with the monohybrid, di ba? So monohybrid, itong one trait. So this time, we have the dihybrid crosses. So sa man ang gitawag na dihybrid crosses? Na-explain na sa inyo ni? Wala pa?
Na-explain na po.
Unexplained na. Okay, so may things that involve parents that differ in two genes. So, pero kining duha ka genes, they are independent of its traits. So ibig sabihin, one trait does not affect the other. No? So independent siya na trait. So for example, kung mintag flower color, so you have purple, then you have white as recessive. Yan. And then you also have the stem, so either tall or short. So duha na kita, no? So flower color and stem length, so duha na ang ato traits na gina-explore. So ang tawag na ana is dihybrid crosses na. Okay, so for example here, yan, so meron tayong, we have the homozygous tall and purple. No? How would you read that? Homozygous tall and purple pea plant. Di ba? Tama?
Oh.
Crossed over with the dwarf, homozygous dwarf, and white pea plant. Yan. So how would you do that? So di ba magamit kita ng gitawag na FOIL method? Ito lang ka mo ng FOIL method?
Oo, sa grade 7.
Grade 7. Pero karon wala siya ma-explain sa inyo.
Na-explain ko sa mga araw-araw. Wala may application.
Pero wala siya ma-explain ng detalye kayo. Ganun. Comprehensive.
Bale, sa slide lang, narin mo gawas na araw.
Okay. So, sige. So, you have the FOIL. So, you have the FOIL stands for, ang first is letters F, the first. Tapos, ang O is the outer. Then, ang I.
Inner.
Then, you have the L, the last. So, sige. Try na natin mag-exercise. So, can you tell me the offsprings of tall purple crossed over with a short white pea plant? So, gagawa ka ng Punnett square. Pero, ang Punnett square ni mo, kuwan siya. 8 na ka-boxes. Okay ka na?
Oo.
Okay, sige. Show me your ano. Let me see your answer. So, let me see. So you have the same here sa screen. So, yeah.
Sa gamit.
Parehas?
Oo. Sa
Okay.
Korean one.
So, di ba ang atong rule naton is we are using the foil, no? So first, dito muna tayo sa tall and purple. So sa tall and purple, so you have ato ibutang siya sa vertical lines here sa baba. Kita naman ako cursor.
Oo.
Okay, and then sa horizontal, dito ang second parent here, the short and the white. So first, so we have foil first. So first we have the T, capital T and capital P. So right here. Then you have after the first, you have outer. So T and then P, and then TP na ganyan, TP dito. Then you have the inner TP Japon right here, and then you have the last T and P dito. So same goes also here. So that's why we have TP, 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 and then capital here. So this is a dominant. Then sa right, sa upper, mga recessive. So crossing it over or get the intersection. Question ko, pila ang homozygous, let's say dominant tall purple?
Tanan.
Homozygous,
ano sir?
Homozygous dominant tall, homozygous dominant or homozygous tall purple pea plant.
Wala.
Wala, di ba? Zero. Okay. So how about heterozygous tall and purple pea flower, pea plant?
100%.
100%. Okay, correct. So all are tall and purple flowers. Pero they are all heterozygous. Okay. So, shortcut. So yan, meron siyang shortcut dito. So I think I don't need to explain this to you. Very simple lang naman siya. Okay, so now let's proceed sa mga children, mga offspring nila. So if one generation is allowed to self-pollinate, Mendel observed 4 phenotypes. Yan, sige, try natin. What are the offsprings? For F2. For F2 na to siya.
Big T, Big T, Big T, small p, small p, big P, small p, small p.
Okay. Let's see. Yan. So muna iyang offspring, no? So kini siya na-discuss na po sa inyo.
Oo.
Okay. So ang offspring ay na siya ay 4 phenotypes observed. Okay. Yan. So you have tall and purple. Tall and purple. Pila ang tall and purple? Tall and purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So ang tall and white.
Three.
Okay. How about short white?
1.
Okay, 1 lang siya. And then you can compute the ano, di ba, percentage or ratio. So you have the tall purple 9, tall white 3, then 3 short purple in 1 short white. So you can compute the phenotypic ratio as 9:3:3:1. Okay. So ito yung ano niya, summary. So ano yung genotypic ratio niya? Oh, daghan. So genotypic ratio, isa ka tall purple, homozygous tall purple, duha ka homozygous tall and heterozygous white, heterozygous purple. Tapos duha ka heterozygous tall, ay tama. Duha ka heterozygous tall tapos
Homozygous.
dominant or homozygous white, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's proceed tayo. Ano yung mga first principles na discuss nato? Number 1 principle of
dominant.
the law of
segregation.
the dominance, principle
And
of dominance. And second is the
principle of segregation.
segregation. And then this one, the third is the principle of independent assortment. Okay. So ito yung third principle. So members of one gene pair segregate independently from the other gene pairs during gamete formation. So ibig sabihin, 'di ba sa monohybrid, ano sila mag-segregate. Same gyapon sa dihybrid, pero its character traits are independent. So for example, tall, tapos let's say tall and then color. So ang color at saka ang height, dili sila don't affect each other. So independent ang ilahang interaction. So genes get shuffled. These many combinations are one of the advantages of sexual reproduction. So relation of gene segregation to meiosis. There's a correlation between the movement of chromosomes in meiosis and the segregation of alleles that occurs in the meiosis. So for example, the diploid parent, meiosis 1, alleles segregate, diba? Then sa meiosis 2, mag-create siya ng upat ka gametes. Okay. So test cross tayo. So when an individual when you have an individual with an unknown genotype, you do a test cross. So for example, example dito. So cross with a homozygous recessive individual. So for example, a plant with purple flowers can either be homozygous purple or heterozygous purple. So therefore, you cross the plant with white flowers or homozygous recessive. Okay. Diba? Kasi pwedeng pwede kasi sa purple na either homozygous siya or heterozygous. So test cross. So if you get 100%, if you get all 100% purple flowers, then the unknown parent was homozygous purple. If you get 50% white, 50% purple flowers, then the unknown parent was heterozygous purple. Okay. Yan. So ikaw, what do you think? So how about sa dihybrid test cross? So if you had a tall purple plant, how would you know what genotype it is?
Be heterozygous tall, heterozygous purple, or homozygous tall, homozygous purple.
Okay. Yan, okay. So yan yung yun yung possible niya na offsprings, genotypes niya. Okay, may question ka? Questions?
Wala. So ayan lang po. Sa monohybrid bale, duhara ang iya possible tapos sa dihybrid form.
Ha? Hindi ko madangog imo kuan.
Sa monohybrid cross, ang iya possible na pwede sa iya sa test cross is duha. Tapos sa dihybrid is upat.
Sa monohybrid, pila ang?
Ang possible na pwede sa dihybrid o sa test cross, duha.
Oo.
Tapos ang sa dihybrid, upat.
Oo, correct.
Ang iya ring.
In this case, upat. Okay, so kinina part, we are already sa non-Mendelian genetics, no? Sige, ipadala na nato. So Mendel was lucky daw because the traits he chose in the pea plant showed up very clearly. So timing ra pud kaayos na sa tawag ito? Sa ilang monastery where nagpari si Mendel, common dito sa ilaha ang mga pea plants. Even sa garden, makita mo na sa ilaha. So that was just, kumbaga parang swerte gid siya. It was considered lucky kasi what if munggo ang nanurok ngadto or other plants, dili pea plants, diba? Ang common. So, siguro dili wala kitay Mendelian genetics, diba? Kasi lahi sa iyang ma-explore kasi di ba may mga plants na they propagate themselves through asexual propagation without the use of pollens. So mas mahirap na studihan ni Mendel. So Mendel was really lucky kasi besides ang pea plants is very clear, makita mo din ang effect niya, ang color, ang size and seeds, shapes and all. Okay. So one allele was dominant over another. So yun, klaro kayo siya, di ba? So phenotypes were easy to recognize. So for example, sa color. So let's say, asa man ang dominant, white or purple? Hello? Nawala. Balik na? Mahina yung signal siguro. Okay na?
Okay na, sir.
Oh, nahina yung signal. Okay, so, ayun ako napit. Like sa purple and purple flower and white flower, asali ang dominant.
Si purple.
Oh, purple. So, anong gyapon? Swerte gyapon si Mendel kasi ma-observe niya ang flower color, 'di ba, sa phenotypes. So, one allele was dominant over the other. So, makita niya na okay, dominant ba ang purple kay 'di ba? Amo sa gid nang ma-express. Okay, so but sometimes phenotypes are not very obvious daw. So, for example, okay. So, another example. So, we have incomplete dominance. So, ang incomplete dominance ba is Mendelian or non-Mendelian genetics?
Non-Mendelian.
Okay, non-Mendelian na siya, no? So, you have here, snapdragon flowers came in many colors. So, I think may snapdragon ba sa Philippines? Hindi ako familiar kung may snapdragon ba dito. Pero sa atin, di ba, common sa to, rose, di ba? Ang rose, may white rose, may red rose, tapos may pink na rose, di ba? So, medyo dili pa rin sa to ang snapdragon na flower. Siguro, let's consider na lang ang snapdragon. So, sa incomplete dominance, di ba may law of dominance si Mendel? So, this is the non-Mendelian. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga wala mo follow sa rule ni Mendel. So, for example, if you cross a red snapdragon, we denote it with capital R, dominant R, homozygous R, snapdragon red. The homozygous red snapdragon with a white snapdragon. So therefore, we can say na ang red is dominant over the white. Right? Okay. So, if you get pink flowers, so wala na siya mag-follow ng Mendel's rule. So this is an example of incomplete dominance. So where ang duha ka traits, dili mo na siya makit-an, but there's another trait that is expressed. May isa ka. So pila na? Yan. So red and then white, then ang milabas pink yan. So this is an example of incomplete dominance. So nag-violate na siya kang Mendel. So the genes show incomplete dominance when the heterozygous phenotype is intermediate. Yan. So kumbaga intermediate siya ang na-expressed. So si pink, siya ang gitawag na to na heterozygous phenotype. Tama? Okay, incomplete dominance. So when the F1 generation, all pink flowers is self-pollinated, the F2 generation is 1:2:1. Red, pink, and white. Okay, can you show to me using Punnett square? So for example, diri kita. Let's say a pink flower, snapdragon pink flower, crossover with another pink. Kita si kung ano yung mga offspring niya. Yan. Crossover with another pink.
One homozygous dominant, two pink flowers, and one white flower.
Okay, wait. So what's it ako? Okay, so pila? You have one red.
Red, two pink, one white.
And one white. So you have the ratio of 1:2:2. Yeah. So that's it, correct. Red, pink, and white. So that's how you do it, di ba? For incomplete dominance. Yan ang mangyayari. So what happens naman daw if a pink cross with white.
$50-50.
So 50-50 na.
50% pink, 50% white.
Okay, correct. So you get, wait. So wala na siya. So 50% red.
A pink. I with a red.
50% ba?
Ah,
So you have your red.
a red naman. Pink, red.
Oh, correct. So you have 50% red and 50% white. But ang yung red mo ay heterozygous. Tama? Heterozygous red.
Sa di ba sir sa pag-determine if red siya kay homozygous dominant lang? Kay since if heterozygous siya is pink na.
Ah, correct. Oo, tama. Pink siya. Pink and white. Okay, so summary ng genetics. So, sama-sama chromosomes carry hereditary info. They are found, actually, ang chromosomes are found at the nucleus of the cell. Then, inside the chromosomes, you can see the genes coiled around. And then, segment of the DNA are called the genes. Then, chromosomes and genes occur in pairs. So, partner always sila. Especially sa, gametes formation. And then, you have the new combination of genes occur in sexual reproduction. Usually, it happens in the meiosis, di ba? Sa meiosis. And then monohybrid versus dihybrid crosses. So monohybrids, we only study one trait. For the dihybrid crosses, we study multiple, two traits. Actually, meron pa tayong polyhybrid, di ba?
Oo.
I think sa activity ninyo, di ba?
Sir, ka-answer ato kayo, naglibog ko kung unsaon.
Oh, sige.
Like, ako na-answeran is 1 up to 2 lang, pero unsure po po ko.
Oh, sige. So we'll do that some other times, siguro. When you are free. Kailan ka next na free? So we will talk about that later on. And then sa Mendel's principle, so dominance, one allele mass another. In segregation, genes become separated in gamete formation. So mo to ang principle dominance, principle of segregation, and then the independent assortment members of one gene pair segregate independently from the other gene pairs during gamete formation. Okay, that's all for actually may isa ako pa here. Stop sharing. May isa pa ko ka-slide for non-Mendelian. Okay. I'll share this screen. So, ito naman i-run through. It's just run through here. So, non-Mendelian genetics earlier. So, ano ang differences nila? So, meron tayong tinatawag na incomplete dominance. Actually, ang codominance, wala pa na ako ma-discuss, no? Sige, ato na lang i-edit so na to. So, when you say, so ito yung mga incomplete non-Mendelian, so incomplete inheritance, codominance, multiple alleles, polygenic traits. Actually, yung assignment yata ninyo is polygenic traits siya. And then the 6-link inheritance.
Pairs.
Okay. So, recall na natin ang complete dominance. So pag sinasabing complete dominance, only two possible phenotypes, either dominant or recessive. So tall plant, short plant, so ang labas ay tall plant. So tall is dominant over the short. For the non-Mendelian, not all inheritance is based on the rules of complete dominance. So nag-violate na siya sa non-Mendelian Mendelian genetics. So for example, ito, di ba? So pink flowers. Pink ba siya?
I think sir sa incomplete ang mag-mix ang colors tapos sa complete dominance.
So katong may mga sagol-sagol na mga color, ang tawagan na is codominance, di ba? So for example, kana siya, is that also a codominance?
Yes.
So meron siyang white, spots ng white, may orange and may black. How about that sa eye color? So same yapon, no? How about sa blood? Meron din, okay. So non-Mendelian, codominance, multiple alleles. So ang sa blood, multiple alleles ang pwede siya ma-associate. Okay. So the hybrid or heterozygous offspring displays a third phenotype. So usually, my third phenotype, neither trait is complete dominant as a result. There appears to be a blending phenotype. Yun yung sa incomplete dominance. Like sa case ng red, ano yun na flower?
Red, white flower.
Ang sa na flower?
Snapdragon.
Oh, snapdragon. So isa white, ang isa red, tapos may third na phenotype which is the pink. So ang tawag na blending phenotype. So red flower, white flower, then shows pink. Oh, kini na case, ano siya, rose, no? Rose flower. So it's probably to pink flowers if pink flowers are made with red flowers. So you have the red and then you have tanan sila, they're 50% red, 50% pink. For the codominance naman, traits are dominant and show up in the phenotype together. So when you say co means together. So instead na may third phenotype, lahat sila na-express. So common siya sa cow, for example. So like kanina, di ba sa cat, kanina merong red, merong orange, white, black. So here sa cow black and black cow plus white cow, so meron siyang spotted cow. Yan. So ito, common to sa Philippines, di ba? So you have the cow albino cow. And crossing it over. Ayan, so meron na tayong saan dito ang spotting?
Si heterozygous. Si black and
white.
white.
Heterozygous, black and white. So possible genotypes are a black cow and two spotted cows and a white cow. So how about this? Imaginary organisms daw na not horn shape. Ang horn. Saan ang horn? Kana iya sungay. Sungay, di ba?
Oo.
So, and then shape, horn shape, leg length, fur color, and tail shape. Now determine the type of inheritance of the fourth traits by examining the genotypes of the parents and offspring. So, kanina, ang isa ka parent, simple horn, tapos short legs, yellow fur, then short tail. Ang isa ka parent, bronze ang ilang horn, long ang legs, tapos brown fur, and then corkscrew ang kanyang tail. So, ang mga children niya, mga offspring niya, striped fur and curled tail. Yan, lahi na yung mga anak niya. So, ano siya? Example ng codominance. Okay, ito. So, characteristics, alleles, genotypes. Oh, so, dito na siya i-discuss. Okay. Sige lang, ano siya? Types, meron siyang types of inheritance here. So, example here. Sa baba. Yan. So, sa horn shape tayo. Horn shape. So, meron tayong alleles, capital H, small h, sa phenotypes, simple, branch. Tapos, ang parents, ang type of inheritance niya is complete dominance. For the horn shapes, no? For the horn shape. Tingnan mo ang mga horn shape nilang mga anak.
Sa mother, sa isa ka offspring, sa mother lang, tapos isa na pwede sa father lang.
Oo, correct. So, example siya ng complete dominance. How about the leg length?
Tall and short.
Tall and short, diba? So, complete dominance. Pero ang far color, amoy na siya ang, kumbaga, both parents na express, diba? So, you have the yellow-brown stripe. So, codominance example ng type of inheritance. For the tail shape, tingnan mo yung tail shape.
Short and curled.
Curled, corkscrew. Short, curled. So, wala, di ba? Wala sa both parents, no? Kasi, so this is an example of, itong third phenotype. So, itong third phenotype,
blending, sir?
the blending. So, that's what we call the, anong term niya?
Incomplete.
Incomplete dominance. Pero ang term niya din ay intermediate inheritance. So, same lagyan po siya sa incomplete dominance. Okay, sa blood types tayo. Pero ang gigamit niya din is carbohydrates. So, actually, some books said it's antigen, di ba? Blood types, A, B, C. Nag-discuss na ba po ng blood type, mga blood types?
Sa grade 8.
Pero sa senior high karon?
Katulong Punnett square sa blood type. Bale sa kung sa may inherit lang.
Okay. So ang blood types kasi example siya ng ng multiple alleles. So multiple red blood cells can either have carbohydrates on their surface or not. So actually ang term sa mga books na nabasa ko, it's not carbohydrate. Ano sila? Antigen. So we will just use antigen here instead of carbohydrates kasi hindi ako medyo familiar sa carbohydrates. So let's say red blood cells can either have antigen on their surface. So kumbaga ang antigen mo to siya ang let's say kalaban. So ang blood meron siyang, let's say ang blood type A, meron siyang antigen A which is an enemy to signal the immune system. So for example, kung ang blood type A ka naa kay panlaban na blood type B. So therefore, dili ka pwede tagaan ng blood type B nga blood kasi pwede ka mapatay. Matigok ka.
Magka-conflict.
Oo, kasi ang blood type A, meron siyang antigen na A that could fight against the antigen B. Ano siya? Same po sa B. Meron din siyang antigen na panlaban sa antigen A. Yan. Pero kung blood type AB ka, so wala kasi present ang A at saka B sa blood type AB. Okay. So here, proceed tayo. Okay. The presence of carbohydrates. Okay. Kaya pala tinawag niya carbohydrates kasi nag-symbolize siya ng I. Pero some books, ito ay ano pa yung term ini siya sa meron siyang, sige, send ko sa imong link. I have a YouTube, YouTube video. I'll send it to you para additional information po nimo. No? Imo ra ko siya iwas kasi ano siya? Nawala ako, no? Nawala ako?
Wala man, sir.
Okay. So you have the, ang term niya din na carbohydrates, basta may meaning ng I just forgot the ano, parang, I just forgot the term. Wait, na-screenshot ko ba to? Wala ko siya na-screenshot. Ayan, sige. So, additionally, there are two types of carbs that may exist on the surface of RBC or red blood cells called the A. So, meron tayong A dominant, dominant A, and then you have the dominant B. So, cell surface carbs A and B are co-dominant, which means they could also show up at the same time on the red blood cells. Okay. So, muna siya ang ano, muna siya ang red blood cells, the genotypes, and the blood type. So for example, if you're a blood type A, you have a genotypes of heterozygous A, so heterozygous A blood, and then the homozygous or dominant, sometimes we call it dominant A, the dominant A blood type. So kung blood type A ka, duha ang imong genotype. So therefore, multiple. Di ba? Kanina, pag let's say red ka, red, let's say capital R lang dominant. Let's say homozygous dominant, red for example. Pero sa blood, multiple. So sa blood type A, so duha ang iyang genotypes. So you have the heterozygous A, and then you have the homozygous or dominant A, blood type A. And then you have the heterozygous B and the dominant B. And then you have the dominant AB. So ito, dominant AB. Kasi ang A at saka B, they're both dominant. And then you have the blood type O, which is the recessive. Recessive blood type O. Yan. So a person, ang sabi dito. Okay. Meron siyang ruling. So a person with the A allele will have A carbohydrates. A person with B alleles will have B carbohydrates. Person with the recessive I will have no carbohydrates. A person with both A and B alleles will both have A and B carbohydrates. So I refer that to the antigens. And kasi some books are using antigens as a term. So meron tayong situation here. So for example, if a woman with AB blood has children with a man who has type O, what will be the possible genotypes of their children? What will be their blood types? Sige. Gumawa ka ng Punnett square. You compute that. So a woman, meron siyang blood type AB. So ano ba yung ng blood type AB? Ano ba yung genotypes? So dominant A and B, di ba? So you have dominant A and B genotypes. And then yung husband niya na merong blood type O ay merong recessive O or recessive I.
50-50.
So cross over natin sila. So you will use again the foil method, di ba? Tapos dito yung I. So ano yung mga offspring?
A and B.
Yeah.
A and heterozygous.
Then you have IP. Okay. So what is your answer? You have 50% heterozygous B, di ba? Heterozygous A, and then also the heterozygous B blood type. So 50% blood type A, 50% blood type B. Okay. Ayan, so correct. So what will be their blood type? So yun yung blood types niya. Blood type heterozygous A, 50%, heterozygous B. So ito na, multiple alleles na tayo. Wait. Okay. So when more than 2 varieties exist in a trait, how many animals have a variety of coat colors? So ito mga bunnies, no? Bunnies or rabbits. Ayan, ito na yung polygenic traits. Require more than one gene allele to determine traits. So, for example, here, skin tone is determined by 4 to 6 genes. So that means that there are maybe 6 different chromosomes involved. Imagine sa skin tone alone, 4 to 6 genes. So sa skin tone, multiple ano siya? Multiple genes na siya. So, kapag skin tone, merong ano to, different shades of color, di ba? Para siyang ano na, para siya sa makeup kit. Yan. Then we have the 6-link inheritance. So pag sinasabing 6-link inheritance, ano siya, genes for some traits are found on the 6 chromosomes, either X or the Y. So most of these traits are recessive. The normal gene is dominant. So heterozygous females are the carriers. They do not show the trait but carry a gene for the trait. So you have the heterozygous females. Then you have the homozygous females have the trait. So meron silang trait na express sa kanila. Then we have the males with the genes. They also have the trait. They do not have another X to counterbalance the affected gene. So example, yung sa hair, ano yata, sa earlobe, color blindness. Diba color blindness, ano siya? 6-link. Ito, color blind example, color blindness. It's a 6-linked recessive trait. The gene for this trait is inherited through the X chromosome. So, asa sa gikan siya sa male, no? Sa female. Kasi ang X chromosome lang ang naay, ang X chromosome is gikan lang siya sa female. Kasi ang female, ang male only have the Y. Right? X and Y, so therefore, mas gikan gid ang X sa female. Okay, so if a woman with normal vision has children with a man who is colorblind, what are the chances that their children will be colorblind? Will any children be carriers of the trait? Sige daw. So let's denote C as colorblindness. C ba ang gamitin natin? X ang gamit niya. So yan. XX. If a woman with normal vision has children with a man who is colorblind. So, ang man dito ang colorblind. What are the chances that their children will be colorblind? 50% ba? Do you have the same answer here? So, pila man?
50% ang carriers.
50%, okay. So, ang chance ng ilang mga anak ay colorblind ay 50%. So, how about, will any of the children will be carriers? But yes. Sino ang carrier? Ang X or ang Y?
X.
Ang X, no? So, ang XXC, sila ang carrier. Okay, so what are the similarities and differences between each of these? So, I think summary na to. Okay. So, sige, let's sum up. Tell the difference.
Sa incomplete inheritance or incomplete dominance, there is blending. So, ang duha ka trait, ma-mix sila to form a new trait, a third phenotype. And then sa codominance, mag-mix
Also,
ang
sa incomplete dominance, may ma-manifest na third phenotype.
third phenotype. Tapos sa codominance, ma-mix ang mga trait, visible, ang duha ka trait is dominant. So, visible sila sa physical appearance. Like sa cat na tricolored.
May mga spot colors. Next, multiple alleles.
Ang multiple alleles is mawatong multiple alleles. Akatong sa blood type ba? Dili.
Like sa blood type A, meron siyang types
sa
na
blood
either
may mga antigen, tapos sa polygenic rate, ang mga color, like 4 to 6 genes, tapos sex-linked inheritance, just like color blindness.
Okay. Sa polygenic traits,
Ang mga colors, like katong sa
skin
mga
tone.
skin tone.
So, meron siyang either combination siya ng 4 to 6 na genes. Then, sa sex-linked inheritance,
if carrier sa color blindness, if ang woman maka-asawa o color blind naman. Sa X and Y chromosome naman.
okay. Sige. So, may ako isend sa imo na YouTube links na ano siya, Tagalized siya, mas dali nimo siya masabtan. So, I'll share to you na Mendelian, saka Mendelian na ano na video links. So, imo na siya i-reviewon. Tapos, mag-schedule kita for your yung other ito about sa imo exercise activity.
Pwede sir mga tomorrow if okay kay basin ipapas sa amo next week. Tapos sa Monday kay naami test about this one.
So tomorrow what time?
Pwede same time maghihapon. I think suspended paghihapon ng class.
Oo, suspended sa Metro Manila tungkol sa bagyo.
Actually, pag mga time, mamalita na ko if mag-asynchronous tomorrow or nasa sila i-post na activity. Pero PE lang man o personal development ang among subject ugma. So, dili kayo head.
Okay, sige, no problem. So, I hope you understand. Amo may nasabtan gyapon sa ako lecture.
Nag-o-ogan pang basis. Naku, kining palit na ko sa Facebook na book.
So may ko gi-reference nimo. That's nice.
Check
ko ano, pero dili ba siya masyado kuan? Di masyado siya comprehensive, no? Medyo ano lang siya, may mga questions, exercise, for mastery.
Opo. Ang kani nga book ceremony ang murag mas complete siya. Bale, ang summary ani nga book is motong among e-book.
Siguro I have a feeling na sa exam siguro niya purely mga competitions, mga problems. May mga situations siya. Na for example, kanina di ba, natong gi-compute kanina, may mga situation siya na tapos i-compute nimo ang genotypic ratio, percentage, ratio, may nana. Okay, so if you have no questions, so let's call it a day. So, chat ra ka sa ako ha.
Sir.
Okay, sige. Bye-bye. You have
So,
question mo na, no? Ha?
tomorrow, mga 2:30 gihapon.
2:30. Sige, chat ka sa ako. Depende sa situation kung hinay ba signal dito or kusog ba. So,
Ah,
pwede po sa night time.
ah,
Sige.
okay.
Okay, that's all. Bye-bye. End ko na, ha?
Ah,
Sige.